Hello, hello, hello. It is Friday actually, but we'll hear this on Tuesday. So that's kind of fun to think about what's going on in the world. Some of us got some really sad news this week about a former student. And I've been sitting with that, wanting to do better at trying to help people, be nicer. I'm hoping we all can kind of learn from, because sometimes we lose people and it can really change us. You know, I lost my best friend 2 weeks ago and I've been sitting with that. And then to hear about this kid that was struggling with things, and I just would love, I know he would want that to where they would want that, the message to be just, let's be a little nicer to each other. You guys want to try that? Be a little nicer in this world? You can maybe notice it's not as nice sometimes here at Iron Horse lately. Maybe it's the mask, maybe it's the stress or corona. There's a lot of factors. But just hold space for that. That it's not always going to be like this. I feel like we're in a very important part of this. In the next couple of weeks can be really telling. They just told us we're in the orange, but they're going to make us wait till April to ease up on the mask and everything, just to be sure, because the Omicron is so contagious. So I wanted to share that. So that was a lot, but sometimes I have to do that, you know, it's in my head. So for me to kind of like process that, let you process it for a second, and then realize that, you know, that's what happened, and now here we are, this present moment. So find a posture that will signify that you're starting this practice. I know it's tough when you're in the little math desk, but I like to put my hands on top of my thighs, and I try to like sit upright. And for me, that imbues like a posture of dignity. They say it's a posture of kings and queens, that, you know, the kingdom of the present moment, that you're actually dedicating, 6-7 minutes to the idea of not having to be anything, not having to do anything, just sitting right here and noticing what arises. So let's give it a shot. I'm going to kind of guide you as I do. All right. So I'm feeling the breath. That's kind of where my home base. But whenever I end up in a room that's got a really loud fan, or maybe there's noises in the room, I've got to kind of settle in. And just noticing the noise can be one way to do mindfulness, or feeling the body. It's not always having to follow the breath or feel the breath or notice the breath. And I close my eyes because there's a lot going on. Like this guy's phone going off. I apologize. There it is right there, right? It's not always going to be perfect. Sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's sad. How are you feeling right now? Yeah, tap into that. How does it feel to be here right now, doing what you're doing today? And what comes up, sometimes you'll hear like in your head, like you can't, it's too hard, or too many distractions. And just notice it for what it is. It's just a thought. Let's try that today. Let's do the noting practice. So you're going to sit here and you're going to follow, how does the breath feel in your mask? Notice as much as you can about it. Kind of just focus your awareness on that. And then when a thought arises, as it's gonna, every 10, 15 seconds, maybe faster, you kind of see it and name it. So mine was right away with sadness. So in my head I say sadness, sadness. and what you're going to discover by doing this practice. I hope you're trying. It doesn't take long, but a new thought will come up. And when it does, just name it, give it a flavor. There I went. Mine was noisy fan, noisy fan. So I noted it for what it was, just a noisy fan. And then I come back to my awareness on my breath. I'm going to ask this room to try something. I don't know what the room you're sitting in is like because I'm not there, but for this room, I want to play a game with this room. Sometimes this works, sometimes kids don't want to do it. I don't know. I don't know you well enough, but I hope one day I do. But the game is this. How strong are you mentally? Are you like a Jedi, or is it nearly impossible for you to not move? So the game would be, how still can you be? And you're going to notice that something's going to pop up, like I have to scratch my mask, or I need to move my arm. But the game, if you're playing it, is the stillness idea. What would stillness feel for you? Can you sit still for a minute, 2 minutes? Let your body just relax. And if the mind tells you to do something, like move your knee, just tell it, okay, movement, or however you want to name it, and recognize it's just a thought. Let the body relax. I can feel this room definitely got a lot more peaceful, a little more still. And you're sitting here in a room full of people. I just heard a room full of astronaut engineers go by, a very excited class. So I said, exciting. And then I come back to this moment right here, right now. Felt really good just now, just feeling this room, how calm they are. What an amazing thing to say that you're able to do that. For just sit still like this is not easy. To be with your thoughts, to close your eyes in a room full of people and just see what arises. Super, super proud of you for putting that effort in today. So thanks for that. That was cool.